Cheat meals don't have to wreck your progress. This right here, crispy chicken, cheesy mac, and a creamy chili sauce. It tastes like comfort food, but it's built different. It's high protein, meal prep friendly, and tastes ridiculously good. As for the ingredients, this is everything you need right here. If there is an ingredient that you don't like or don't want to use, just let me know in the comments and I'll give you a substitute. It's super easy to swap ingredients for this recipe. I've got 3 large chicken breasts here. The total weight is 900 grams or 1.9 pounds. With this, place your hand on top of the chicken breast and then go in at the side with a sharp knife and open it up like a butterfly. Once you have that done, these can be sliced in half to create 2 even-sized fillets. Get the chicken into a bowl and add in 2 teaspoons each of onion and garlic powder and 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. Add in a pinch of salt, as well as a little bit of cracked black pepper, roughly 20 cracks worth. Use clean hands and then just mix all of this together. Make sure every single piece of chicken is coated in all of the spices. And all we're looking for is a nicely coated piece of chicken. Place a large pot of water onto your stovetop. Place this over a high heat. Generously season it with salt, no need to be ocean water, and then bring this up to a boil. And if you wanted to, you can chuck a lid on to speed up the process. For our super simple sauce, I was going to use mayonnaise, and you are more than welcome to do so, but it will blow the calories out of the water. So instead, we're going to be using a high protein yogurt, and this is 180 grams. Just add this into a bowl. Along with that, add in 1 tablespoon of any chili sauce of your choice. If you don't like chili, there is other substitutes you can use. Add in a touch of salt and a little bit of cracked black pepper, because why not? Give this all a quick mix round. Just make sure that chili sauce is completely mixed through the yogurt. And that is as simple as it is. There really isn't much to it. Like I said, you're more than welcome to change the sauce. You don't have to make this at all, but the calories are calculated for what I've made right here. I'm going to place the sauce into a squeezy bottle just so I can drizzle it over at the end. You are more than welcome to serve it in separate containers and keep it fresh. I don't recommend reheating the sauce. As for this, however you're going to serve it, chuck on a lid and place this in the fridge. Moving on to the crumbing for the chicken, I have 125 grams or 4.4 ounces of panko breadcrumbs here. You can also use cornflakes or fine breadcrumbs. All I'm doing is adding these to a tray and then just spread them out. In a separate bowl, we can crack in 3 large eggs and then use a fork, break up the yolk and just whisk these together. Doing it a little bit differently today, we're just using eggs and panko breadcrumbs. We're not going to be using a flour dredge for the chicken. So now with the chicken, we'll go straight into the egg mix. Just mix this around, make sure everything's coated. There can be a couple of like folds or flaps where the egg wash might not be able to get into, so just make sure you get in there. Give this a good pat down with those breadcrumbs, making sure everything is completely coated. If you really wanted to, you can do a double coat. That choice is all yours. I'm just doing a single for this one. Shake off any excess and then place onto a tray. Now with these, there's a couple of different ways you can cook them. You can even oven bake them or put them into an air fryer. I'm going to be oven baking these today, and I've got them on a sheet of parchment paper or aluminium foil in this case, because I don't have any parchment paper for some reason, and I just sprayed a little bit of oil on the bottom. Once you do have them on the tray, what we do need to do is spray them thoroughly with oil. Doing this is just going to prevent any dry spots. I know this looks a little bit ridiculous, but you need to do this on both top and bottom, otherwise it will just look dry. Once it's all ready to go, place it into a preheated oven at 220 degrees Celsius, roughly 390 degrees Fahrenheit, and cook for about 18 to 20 minutes, flipping them halfway or until golden or an internal temperature of about 74 degrees Celsius. With the pasta water at a boil, carefully remove that lid and add in 400 grams or 14 ounces of macaroni pasta. Give it a quick stir to prevent any clumping and cook it for 1 minute less than the packet instructions. Now in a pan over a medium-high heat, add in 375 milliliters of milk. You can either use whole milk or light milk. Gently warm this. We don't want this to come to a simmer or even a boil. We're just going to bring this up to temperature. Once it's warm, add in 100 grams or 3.5 ounces of cheddar cheese, 75 grams or 2.6 ounces of mozzarella cheese. I'm using 4 slices of light cheese. These are just those cheese slices that you can buy. And then just gently mix this all together and allow everything to melt. Don't go too hard on it, just gently mix it through until everything's melted. Also, at any stage, if you do start seeing any bubbles or the milk's getting a bit too hot, just slightly turn the pan down. I'm gonna add in 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard just for a little bit of depth of flavor. Add in a pinch of salt and gently mix all of that through. Once you're happy with that, we can add in all of that drained macaroni. And all we need to do is fold all of this together. The starch in the water is going to help thicken this sauce up now, and you should have this nice, stringy, creamy macaroni cheese. It's always best to taste and then adjust to your liking with seasoning. I'm gonna add a touch of cracked black pepper. You can use ground white pepper as well if you prefer. Salt levels are perfectly fine. Just gonna mix that pepper through. Now once the chicken's cooked, it's nice and golden and crispy, we can start slicing this up into strips. You are more than welcome to dice the chicken as well if you prefer. We'll start by portioning up the mac and cheese first. I'm just going to create a bed so the chicken can lay on top of it, but you're more than welcome to serve this up however you like. Once you have that done, place the chicken over the top. Now with all of that done, you're going to have a little bit of leftover chicken because we had 6 halves and only 5 containers. You can either evenly distribute it between the 5 containers, or what you can do is just lower the amount of mac and cheese that you've put in per serve and actually get a 6th portion out of it, but you will need to recalculate the macros for that. Don't forget about the chili yogurt sauce. I'm only serving it up right now so you can see what it will look like when it's done. You're more than welcome to serve it in a side container and take it out with you, and then that way once you've reheated it, you have that sauce fresh. If you had any flat leaf parsley or anything lying around, add it over the top. And that then leaves us with that crisp chicken, that cheesy mac and cheese, and that spicy yogurt sauce. Like I said, you're more than welcome to use any sauce of your choice. And this right here is the macros for a single portion. So with everything done, we can then dig in. So good.